Hello, welcome back to Citizen Pew Garage. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about this retractable awning I installed yesterday. Well, for the video, I don't know when it is, but for me, making this video, it was yesterday. And I installed it. It was very humid outside, so I was sweating quite a bit. Drank like 4 waters and 2 Gatorades in the 4 hours it took me to get it installed. But it is up, and it's really humid today too, so I'm sweating just doing this video. So all right, so I ordered, this is a Out Sunny retractable awning. I ordered it on Amazon, and yeah, I want to say it was under 200 bucks, I think, like $179.99. I don't know, I'll put the link down in the description. But it is a 10-foot by 8-foot awning, retractable awning. So, and there was a few comments in the comment section on Amazon about, you know, how the instructions weren't clear, it's hard to assemble, stuff like that. And I'll say this, my day job, I'm an engineer. I write manuals all the time, I write instructions, I design stuff, put stuff together, all kinds of stuff like that. And I will say there was a few spots in the instructions that were not really clear. Now, after I had to undo what I did and get it right, I went back through the instructions to look at it. It was there. It was there. It just, you had to know that you were looking for it to find it, which, you know, okay, yeah, it was in the instructions, but in my opinion, you know, those two or three spots, you know, if it's a known issue that people have, modify the instructions so that they can see it. So anyhow, that said, there was one thing I didn't use that came with it, because I was mounting it onto a brick wall here. The brick anchors that came with it, which I'll show you here, I got them right here. I didn't use their anchors. I went and picked up my own at Lowe's, and they're Tapcon right here. And just because I've used these, I trust them, I like them, and they're like that right there, massive. Yep. So, and I think I needed a 3/8 inch masonry bit to drill the holes, and I just went and picked up 2. Why not? Just to have them. So I don't have a lot of masonry bits, so I'm kind of building up as I go, but I never really needed any until I started installing a bunch of stuff onto a brick-sided house. So anyhow, that's really, this right here is really all I picked up outside of what came with it. So now you can trust their anchors if you want, but like I said, I don't want to have to mess with it. So I knew that these anchors that I bought were going to work, so I went with them. And I think for a box, I went ahead and bought a box of 10 of them, and I want to say it was like 15 bucks. So, you know, but that's 15 bucks, and I feel a lot better because I know these anchors. So I feel confident in them. So I don't have to worry about this thing falling off. So, all right. I'll tell you what, let me go ahead and, you know, extend this out so you can see that process, which, I mean, I'm sure you know what it's like, but it extends really easy. The resistance is usually when you're retracting it, because the springs are helping it go out, and then you're fighting that going back in. It's not real hard to retract, but it's more effort to retract it than to extend it. So let me go ahead and extend it here. Alrighty. So there you go. Now it's extended, and it is pretty structurally sound. I mean, you can't hang off of it, of course, but I mean, if I come over here to the edge, I'm still on camera. Yeah, there you go. It could take some wind, I don't know how much I trust it could handle as far as like outside of normal, maybe 10 maybe 15 mile per hour winds. But you definitely, if a storm's coming, you definitely want to retract it and stuff like that. So, and honestly, personally, I would never leave this extended if I'm not utilizing it, just because there's no need to. And you know, birds or something might try to land on it, tear it up. It's probably best if you're not using it to keep it retracted. So now I was lucky enough I can mount this thing. Let's see here if I can give you a view of that. I was lucky enough that we could mount this under a soffit here, which I also need to paint as part of my backyard project up, you know, retrofit. Rebuilt a deck and put a sliding glass door and all this stuff. This is just part of it. You'll see a lot of videos coming. Anyhow, we're lucky it's under a soffit, so when it's rolled up, it's got plenty of protection from the elements and stuff like that. So all right, I'm going to detach the camera and show you some of the detailed features of this thing, so that when you're putting yours together, if you get one, what you can look out for. All right, here we go. First thing is these brackets right here. All right, these things here, these hold your arms that extend out and back in. Yep. Now when I picked this or pulled this out of the box, these were not in the same position on each side. One was extremely more, you know, further in, and I wanted them to be equal distance from where the liner is, just, you know, for equal support and stuff like that. So I had to move one over, and what I did was, when they're folded up, their elbows come right up here close to the center, and I just made sure they were equal distance from that center piece on both sides. So yep. The other thing, so this whole thing being 10 foot, everything's in 5 foot sections, or half of that, and you put your roller together, you put this bar together, and then this bar over here is 2 pieces, and you put it together. So one thing I did notice, that when you slide your awning, when you slide it through there, it comes with some solid plastic tube that you know, thread it through the fabric. Has, you know, just like a curtain, and then you got to use that tube. It's a nice stiff tube to allow you to slide it into all the places that it mounts, but where those joints are is potential for snagging it. And I'll show you here. Right here you can see a little bit where I got a little bit of a snag. It didn't tear it, but I was pulling it in this way and this hung up. So yep, I was able to get it in and stuff like that. But it's something to note, because you could easily tear a hole or rip it all the way down if you're being aggressive with it. So yep. All right, let me get this back on the mount. All right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to retract this halfway, because one of the other things I wanted to show you as far as the downfalls is on the end of it. So let me get it retracted halfway and we'll go over that. All right, so let me see if I can get the camera angled better here. And I'll zoom in and edit here, but I wanted to talk about this piece right here. So you do have your draped piece here, valance or whatever they call it, that attaches, and then you have your canvas for the actual awning cover that attaches up here. And it isn't really clear in the instructions. You really have to look at this angle in the picture to understand which side is which, because if you flip this around, you would end up having this come in underneath and then this hanging on the top. And that's what I did the first time. And right before I put it up, I was like, whoa, this doesn't look right. And I looked at the instructions again, and I said, well, here we go. And I had to pull this off, unbolt all this, slide it out, slide it all back, flip it over, blah, blah, blah. Anyhow, it had about probably 20 minutes of rework. So this piece right here, and in some of the pictures I saw in the, comments on Amazon, this right here was one of the big ones. Either it getting it being upside down like I did, or just all wrong. I saw a couple people where they had their posts here, right here, that are there to, when you retract it, it kind of sucks everything in. They had them on top. They had this flipped over. They had these on upside down. And so, yeah, that's a common error right there. So, yeah, I caught it before I put it up because it just didn't look right to me. So the way that I would say to know that you have it right is this curve right here should line up like it's going against the bottom of your roll. So I will roll it all the way up so you can see that here. And I'll make sure I zoom in too, so you can see what I mean. But that curvature should, you know, make it look like it just fits right up into the bottom here. All right, hopefully you can see that. I'll pull the camera off here so we can get a close-up. There you go. See how that curve fits right in there? Yep, that's what you want to see. So this will all be assembled when you're getting ready to put it up. After you mount your brackets, you're getting ready to put this whole assembly already assembled up. Make sure this is what you see. Yep. All right, and then actually I'm going to demount the camera again. There's actually one more spot I wanted to show you where the fabric is easily damaged if you get in a hurry trying to slide it into these grooves. And that's right there. You can see here that I got a string here that I ended up cutting against the metal, sliding it on. So now if you have two people, you could probably prevent that from happening. As one person, it was really difficult. Those the tubing that comes is bent in half, so you have to, it's got a flex in it, and so you're trying to slide it on. Once you get to that center spot where that flex is, you just really got to work it. And so if I would have had a second person here when I was doing it, you know, that probably would have been the only thing that you know, could have helped, other than maybe them catching that I had the end piece on backwards. So, but it is what it is. It's together, it's up, and it seems like a pretty decent quality product for the price. So I'm not too upset with it. So now it's only been up for a day, so we'll see how it goes. And like I said, I sprayed down this whole thing because I drilled holes in the concrete. So I sprayed it all down. I knocked concrete or brick dust everywhere. So I gotta spray again. But I just, you know, I dropped a lot of brick dust onto the deck. And I wanted to get it off. So, but anyhow, let me know your thoughts on this retractable awning. If you've bought one, you've had issues, leave a comment down in the comment section, help a viewer out. Like I said, I'll leave a link for this one in the description. But I'm pretty happy with the purchase. Yep. And this model did have different colors that you could choose. This is the color that the wife and I liked, you know. We were thinking maybe a solid color, but I don't know. Then we saw the stripes and we were like, let's try that. So that's what we did. So, all right. Well, that's all I have. Got the neighbor getting ready to mow, so that's probably added noise to the camera. Other than that, Let me know what you think. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and y'all have a good day.